Hi, my name is Stan O'Connor, and I'm the administrator of the Hudson River Greenway Cyclist Group. We have over 100 members, and we would like to have an improvement, federal funding, for a much improved path along the river, the Hudson River, from the Little Red Lighthouse on the level just above the river, about 2/10 of a mile to a pre-existing path that runs along the river already up to the end of the trail at Dykeman Street. Why do we need this? Because it's hazardous here. Let me show you. The hill ahead is no way ADA compliant. I have an electric bike. I can get up here only because I'm using the power. It's really steep. Look how fast we're climbing. Oh yeah, and the bridge has lights, but up here the lights are few and far between. An unlit stretch of forest, just what everybody wants to have at night. So that's the first hill. Now it's straight for a bit, almost level. And if you thought that hill was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Here comes a wooden bridge over the Amtrak tracks. This is a temporary bridge that was supposed to be taken out years ago and replaced. It floods, and people have to climb along this fence to keep their feet dry when it floods. Now we go under the Henry Hudson Parkway. Then there's a blind turn. This blind turn is equipped with gravel, which can create road rash, a dangerous, road rash, a skin condition that cyclists get. We get it when we wipe out on gravel and sand, which are abundant in this part of the bike path. Downtown, there's flower beds, there's good lights, there's curbing. Up here, there's a blind turn. And then this killer hill. I'm putting my bike in a 9th gear to get up this hill. People call it Suicide Hill. It's truly steep, and oh boy, I'm not gonna make it. And it's got a blind turn. Oh, only because my bike is really being taxed. Oh man. Look, I don't know who designed this way, but it's just terrible. The Americans with Disabilities Act people would love to see this. Look how steep that is. And you can't see the top from the bottom. So there's a blind turn at the top, a blind turn at the bottom, and an extremely steep hill with wet leaves on it. One of the group members said today that she tried to ride up Suicide Hill. She had to push her bike up, as these people are doing, and her heart was going at 155 beats per minute. This is insane. A level path would be perfect for us. North of Suicide Hill, the path is right next to the Henry Hudson Parkway. There's Castle Gardens up there, and the new wall they put in 2005 when their original wall collapsed. Now, the highway and the greenway are built on a cliff. Let's look over the edge. Seriously, it's a cliff. Cliffs give way, and the greenway is subject to random sinkholes, killer sinkholes that are 6 feet deep. I'll show you. Oh, by the way, the Parks Department and the DOT are supposed to run this place. Today is April 16. Nobody ever swept those leaves out over the winter. We have half a path right here. The paving is asphalt, which not only gets ribbed when tree roots grow onto it. Here, look. This hole has been here for several years. Again, we have half a lane. It's about 5 feet deep and I'd say 11 or 12 feet long. It hasn't been fixed in years. Now, it's going to take millions of dollars to make Suicide Hill ADA compliant and to fix that sinkhole and others like it here and there throughout the path. But a grade level path down there would be much less hazardous, going from the George Washington Bridge right above the river in a beautiful area all the way up to Dyckman Street. I just measured this new sinkhole. It's 6 feet wide and 4 feet deep. And it's always fun being right next to the highway. Really loud at times, especially when it rains. Here's a street lamp, but no street lamps up ahead. And what I think was once a parking lot before Bob Moses created the parkway, this parking lot is bounded by I measured this today too, a 16-inch drop that you can't see at night because there are no street lamps. A note, this is Inspiration Point. It's in that old song, We'll Take Manhattan, in the last verse. It's been here for just about 100 years, and the only people who can come here are on the west side, Hudson River Greenway. And it's hazardous. Why is this left here for decades? Look, it'll cost a lot less money, besides being less hazardous, for us to get a flat path along the river. A short vacation at Inspiration Point we'll take. Oh yeah, another feature. Now, if this path was paved in concrete, we wouldn't have these what are called root ribs, that is, ridges sticking out wherever tree roots have grown underneath. Now here comes a place that really seriously needs work. You can see the cliff over there. A sinkhole has been covered here. There are dips here. Oh man. The wall is almost 3 feet high. There's puddles in the winter. The puddles are covered by leaves, so you can't see the bumps. It's just miserable. And let me stop for a moment and show you something. At night, this is northbound traffic. In places where there are no street lights, all the light you can see is headlights, and that blinds people. There's the Billings Arcade, left over from a very rich guy who wanted to impress people, up here at Fort Tryon Park. The last couple hundred feet are pretty decent, if loud. There, the cars are going uphill to the Henry Hudson Bridge over to the Bronx. Here's a switchback to allow cyclists to get down a Dyking Street. Isn't that beautiful? Let me zoom in. It's just after sunset on April 16, and that's the George Washington Bridge. We get spectacular sunsets up here. Now we go down there, around that switchback, then down there. One more hazard on the current Hudson River Greenway. In order to, I don't know, put up those stanchions to hold up the southbound Henry Hudson, every cyclist has to go through a blind S-curve. Not even an S-curve, 2 corners. You can't see what's around the corner. Now, oh, there's a toddler. Just a few dozen feet away, there's the Hudson, a Brother Jimmy's own bar and restaurant. Just a few dozen feet away, there's this pre-existing bike path that goes 8/10 of a mile down past the canoe club and into the woods. This is already here. All we need is to get 2/10 of a mile from the end of this bike path down to the Little Red Lighthouse. Please, we need your help. Please help us make it safer and spend less money making the path than you would reducing all those hazards up there. Please, please help us for the sake of all the cyclists in northern Manhattan. This is the Empire State Trail, and we want it to be safe. Thank you.